Earlier tonight, Checkpoint revealed a terminally ill inmate has been taken from Middlemore Hospital back to prison, despite having just months to live. Last week, we brought you the story of Vicky Latelli, who's serving a 3-year sentence for fraud. 6 months into that sentence, she was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Her doctors say she's too unwell to return to prison and receive the kind of treatment she needs. Applications to the parole board for an early hearing have been declined. The first one has. There is another one about to go in. Her family wants her home. Here is Vicky's mother.
We just want our daughter out so we can take care of her.
To help her, to comfort her, to make her something to eat, to help her shower, to clean up after herself.
We want her and the boys, her sons, to have time with their mother. Please. Please.
That's what we're praying for. That's what we want. You know, we want her last days or months or however long with us.
She is no threat to no one, absolutely no one.
That's Tui Latelli and partner Leah Witihira, despite the expert medical opinion that Vicky is too unwell to return to prison to get the kind of treatment she needs in prison. This afternoon, corrections took Vicky from Middlemore Hospital back to prison. Vicky Latelli had been in hospital since last Thursday to receive treatment for complications arriving from her illness. This afternoon, we were advised the Department of Corrections Chief Executive has requested its principal health advisor review the case. Meanwhile, the parole board maintains that if at any point correction says it can no longer support the care of Vicky Latelli, she will be released from prison with conditions. That decision, says the Office of the Parole Board, can happen quickly inside a day, adding the exercise is academic. Now, I spoke to Vicky Latelli's uncle, Ula Latelli, and her consultant surgeon, David Moss, earlier this afternoon.
From the time that she was told that she had terminal cancer, she was told that it was less than 6 months. Well, that was in September. We're talking November now. So the clock's ticking. There's 2 or 3 months left, understanding the context of what the medical profession have told us. It's a terminal prognosis.
This is the man who did the operation to remove the tumour. So he's Mr. David Moss. He's a consultant general surgeon at Middlemore, and this is what he said about Vicky's condition.
Really, Vicky has incurable disease. We did surgery. We were able to remove most of her stomach cancer, but it had spread already, and we were not able to remove all of it. And unfortunately, stomach cancer is notoriously poorly responsive to chemotherapy. So while Vicky is having chemotherapy with the idea of prolonging things, really I don't think anyone would believe that there is other than a very small chance that this will cure her. Really it's minuscule chance that she'll be cured with chemotherapy. The idea of this chemotherapy is to prolong things for her and give her hopefully some improved quality of life for what I think is probably a matter of months she's got to live.
You've gone to the parole board with one application. They have said no to this point, but there are grounds explicitly for you to go back to the parole board, aren't there?
And they're really based on her condition and the deterioration of her condition. So really what we're saying, if you think of it in layman's terms, it's until she gets sick to the point of death, then they will not release her. Because as part of the second criteria to the opportunity to apply for early release is her demise being called imminent. Now, imminent is 3 to 5 days. Now, if you listen to what Dr. Moss was just saying in terms of chemotherapy providing a delay, or rather trying to improve her quality of life, well, it's to improve her quality of life so she can live it to say goodbye to her family. That's what you would incorporate as being a quality of life. Not waiting until she's on her deathbed to be then transferred to a hospice and to die.
That's Vicky Latelli's uncle, Ula Latelli, speaking to us in the studio early this afternoon.